Hey there, superfans. Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving deep into the latest episode of The Boys Season 4. Things are heating up and getting crazier than ever. If you're as hooked as I am, make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you never miss an update. Now, let's get into it. Our favorite dysfunctional team is at an all-time low. Starlight just unleashed her rage on Firecracker's face, and Butcher caused mayhem at her rally. It's chaotic, it's intense, and it's exactly what we love about the boys. Butcher's larger plan is finally starting to take shape, even if he's still the foul-mouthed thorn in everyone's side. And guess what? The Gen V Supe virus has made its explosive entry into the mix. Starlight's actions have left the team more fractured than ever. Her anger at Firecracker, while completely justified, has isolated her from the rest of the group. It's a fascinating character arc, seeing how the pressures of their battles have pushed her to this point. Butcher, on the other hand, is orchestrating chaos as usual. His rally stunt wasn't just reckless. It was a calculated move to push his own agenda forward. This rally scene is crucial. It highlights Butcher's manipulation skills and his willingness to exploit any situation for his gain. His plan, while still shrouded in mystery, is starting to show signs of a bigger picture. But what's this bigger plan, you ask? Well, we've got some theories to discuss. Could Butcher be aiming to bring down Vought from the inside? Or is he planning something even more radical? Stick around to find out. Enter Joe Kessler and the V-Up farm animals. Enter Joe Kessler, played by the phenomenal Jeffrey Dean Morgan. Butcher's on the hunt for the Supe virus, and this leads to an unlikely team-up with Stan Edgar. They head upstate with the whole crew: Starlight, Frenchie, Kimiko to Victoria Newman's secret lab. And oh boy, things get wild. Experimented animals, check. Man-eating sheep, check. Tentacle-waving chickens, double check. This episode takes the freakiness to new levels, showing us that sometimes all you need for a good time is a gang of flying, carnivorous sheep. The grim upstate farm covered in snow adds a new layer of eerie to the mix. Let's break down the scene with the V-Up farm animals. This is where the boys really flexes its creative muscles. The setting is creepy as stark, snow-covered farm that's a far cry from the urban jungle we're used to. It's almost like a horror movie, with the team navigating through a labyrinth of abandoned barns and silos. The visual design here is top-notch. The contrast between the white snow and the blood-red aftermath of the animals' attacks is visually stunning. And the animals themselves, wow. The CGI team outdid themselves with these creations. Flying sheep with razor-sharp teeth and chickens with tentacles might sound absurd, but it's the perfect kind of absurdity that the boys excels at. Let's talk about the fight scene. Butcher, armed with his usual bravado and a hefty dose of V, leads the charge against these mutated animals. Starlight's powers are in full display, lighting up the dim barns with her blasts. Frenchie and Kimiko, as always, are a fantastic duo, taking down the creatures with their unique blend of violence and style. Them's tactical mind shines through as he coordinates their efforts. This scene is not just about the action. It's also a crucial turning point for the team. The stakes are higher than ever, and the bond between the characters is tested in new ways. The farm sequence is a reminder of why The Boys is so compelling. It balances outlandish humor with intense, character-driven drama. Hughie's heartbreaking story. Now, let's talk about Hughie. His story this episode is a real tearjerker. Hughie's plan to give his father the V was doomed from the start. His estranged mother steps in, and it all goes downhill from there. The emotional weight of Hugh SR's tragic end hits hard. Simon Pegg, Jack Quaid, and Rosemary DeWitt deliver powerful performances, especially in those final moments. Hughie's desperation to save his father is both relatable and tragic. We've seen Hughie grow from a timid character into someone willing to take risks, but this risk was a step too far. His mother, Daphne, hasn't been fully fleshed out yet, but her decision to give Hugh SR The V adds a layer of complexity to their strained relationship. Simon Pegg's performance as Hugh Sr. is heartbreaking. The scene where the V takes hold and he loses control is both terrifying and tragic. The hospital rampage, while brief, is incredibly impactful. Hughie's reaction, his guilt, his sorrow adds a profound emotional depth to the episode. It's moments like these that remind us why we're so invested in these characters. Hughie's journey has been one of the most compelling, and this episode adds a new chapter to his story. The consequences of his actions will no doubt ripple through the rest of the season. The 7 at V52. Meanwhile, the 7 are off at V52, which is like a Comic Con on steroids. There are some hilarious jabs at the McCoo and DC, especially from Tech Knight, who gets in a fantastic dig at the Batman. V52 is a goldmine of satire and pop culture references. It's a brilliant move by the writers to use this setting to poke fun at the superhero genre itself. Tech Knight's jab at the Batman is just the tip of the iceberg. The convention is filled with Easter eggs and nods to both Marvel and DC, and it's a blast to spot them all. Let's not forget the return of Sam and Kate from Gen V. They're now the Guardians of Godalkin, and while they don't have much screen time, their presence is significant. Gen V was a hit, and seeing these characters cross over into the boys' universe is exciting. It hints at a broader interconnected storyline that could unfold in future episodes or seasons. Homelander, meanwhile, is teetering on the edge of a breakdown. The massacre at the Vought Lab in Episode 4 has left him numb and more dangerous than ever. His interactions with Ryan continue to be a highlight. Cameron Corvetti is fantastic as Ryan, portraying the young Supe's inner turmoil with depth and nuance. The dynamics within the 7 are shifting. Homelander's instability is creating cracks in their facade, and it's only a matter of time before something gives. The V52 convention serves as a backdrop for these tensions to simmer, and it's fascinating to watch. As we move towards the final episodes of the season, everything is starting to fall into place. Butcher saves Newman's lab assistant to develop more of the Supe virus, hinting at even more chaos to come. The tension is building, and it's anyone's guess how this will all end. Butcher's dark impulses are likely to lead to more trouble, and the fallout from Hughie's loss will surely add another layer of complexity to the team's dynamic. The series is setting up for a massive climax, and I, for one, can't wait to see how it all plays out. So, what can we expect in the final episodes? Will Butcher's plan succeed, or will his worst impulses lead to disaster? How will Hughie cope with his father's death, and what impact will it have on his role in the team? And what about Homelander? How much longer can he hold it together before he snaps completely? There are so many questions, and the anticipation is killing me. This season has been a wild ride, and the stakes have never been higher. One thing's for sure, whatever happens next, it's going to be epic. Before we wrap up, let's take a moment to appreciate the incredible storytelling and character development we've seen this season. The writers, directors, and actors have truly outdone themselves, delivering a show that's as thought-provoking as it is entertaining. Alright, superfans, that's it for today's breakdown. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe for more deep dives into your favorite shows. Let me know in the comments what you think will happen next in The Boys. Until next time, keep watching, keep loving, and stay super.